Hello and welcome to my channel where we talk about books. Today's book is called Duck, Goose. And what is it about? Cooking waterfowl. Duck and ducks and ducks and geese. Which ones should you get? Which ones should you avoid? And why, and how to cook them. Now, everybody has to admit that goose fat is absolutely incredible. And yet still, in this textbook, they talk about, oh, it's not saturated, so it's good. Stop that. Your body needs fat. Fatty acids. Every day. And yes, they need them from animals, which includes ducks and geese. Other poultry, such as chickens and, well, I wouldn't know anything about ostriches except they have tremendous eggs. I don't know how they taste, or emus for that matter. But quail, yes. Grouse, yes. Everybody eats those. Ptarmigan, yes. So there you have it. Pheasant. Well, not waterfowl. They're still poultry. And you can raise them at home. Why don't people eat swan? Well, they're so pretty. Yeah, but a lot of things are. We still eat them anyway. But don't eat loons. And don't eat certain birds that feed on fishes and crustaceans because they taste fishy rather than ducky. And if what you want is duck, you don't want to be eating fish. Now, this is a cookbook written by a fellow, and not to be too sexist about it, Fisher does a better job. You know. MFK Fisher does a much better job at selling cookery. This guy, he talks about it, but you don't quite get that enthusiasm, that enchantment, that enthrallment that she has, how so very much she's into the entire comprehensive spirit of good, delicious food, wrapped up with everything from memories to hopes and dreams. The full experience of something delicious in your mouth. I mean, he writes well enough. The directions are perfectly clear. The easily understood. And yet it doesn't have that oomph to it. So I'm wondering what his partner would say. But he does glorify goose fat, and he does recommend it, and he does tell you where you can find it, because there's a list of sources in the back. And yes, if you don't hunt, it's gonna get expensive. Okay, let's put it that way. Ducks are easy to raise, but geese apparently are a pain in the butt. So you're gonna have to pay for a goose. Sorry. I was looking up duck rillets, which are available from D'Artagnan, a company that sells all sorts of interesting meat. And for 7 ounces, it's $12 when all is said and done. Not too bad. But still. 7 ounces for $12. Okay. As a taste test, yes, that's doable. But if you need 2 pounds to actually feed a bunch of people, now we're talking real money. Which is over $50. Which is one thing for prime standing rib roast and another thing for duck rillets. Okay? Now you can make rillets, which is basically tender meat mixed with fat. Stored in a jar for you to eat a little bit out of. Put the fat back in, because you have to cap it with fat to keep it fresh. Stick it back in the fridge, and then have it again later. Potted meat, basically, is what you're looking at. And for example, if you look up herring, you will find smolts and gibbons, which is basically melted butter, well, melted chicken fat, and chicken skin cooked within the fat to make it crunchy bits like bacon. You can do the same thing with geese, because crunchy geese skin, awful lot of fat, and it's glorious. Then you can make confit as well as rillettes. I know, I'm talking Greek. It's alright, don't worry about it. But the book has some exquisite recipes in it, even down to consommé, which is a favorite drink all people interested in their health should start drinking. If you want something hot to warm yourself up after outside on a winter's day, or sitting in your blind out there in the marsh waiting for geese to fly by, consommé is what you want. Big, bold flavor, and so clear, according to the author, that you can read the Bible through it. An interesting concept. It's available from Amazon, and not for a great deal of money, which makes it even better. Don't you agree? So, Duck Goose tells you all about the different breeds. Tells you about what they should be eating in case you were thinking of raising your own. I would point out, however, that ducks might nibble, but geese have very strong wings and a terrible temper. So you might want to rethink that. You could also use their eggs in your standard egg recipes. And he also recommends using goose or duck fat to make cakes, pastries, pie dough, and that ducks work better for this than butter or lard. So, yeah, how to make a hollandaise sauce with a little cayenne and goose fat. Yes, he's a huge proponent of goose fat for any time you want fat in a dish. So, I can't say he's wrong. Tasty. Plenty of pictures in this one. Plenty of pictures. Step-by-step instructions in the standard way that people write recipes nowadays. A list of ingredients on one side, a nice neat order in which you're supposed to use them, and then the dialogue next to it with instructions or directions or the method. I hope this helps. If you're looking for a cookbook for waterfowl, domestic or wild, can't forget the domestic ones. because they're the ones you're most likely to see. Thank you for watching, and please do come again.